Hello, hello. Good evening, ladies. I am just having dinner. I made a curry that I've been sort of thinking about, excuse me, for the past few days. It's like a coconut milk, sweet potato, tofu curry, coconut milk curry. It's really good. I can post the recipe if you want. I'm just gonna see if anyone joins. I just had some thoughts that I wanted to share while eating, and specifically about how mindful we are when we eat our food. So I know for me, I tend to eat like so quick. Don't know why, but I love food. I love food a lot. I love all kinds of food, and I enjoy the taste so much that I'm like, oh yeah, like quick. A bite and then another bite quickly, and like really enjoying the taste, right? Now, and then before I know it, it's all gone. It's like, where did it go? So I think bringing mindfulness to our eating and our food is so important. It's important for us to digest food properly. It's important. It can help with not overeating and it can be a time to actually practice. It can be a meditation while eating. So being mindful with every bite that you chew and you eat, it can really change a lot because, let me know in the comments, how much do you chew your food? Like, be honest, really. And are you really fully there when you are eating? A lot of us, try, because we try and like cram so many things into a short period of time. So we like watch things, maybe we're talking to somebody, we're texting, we're reading a book or doing something else while we're eating. And your attention then is not fully there. Good to see you, Steph. I'll message you in a bit. And your attention's not fully there on the food. So we tend to overeat that way. We tend to eat way too fast. We're not chewing food properly, and we don't end up fully satisfied. And digestion starts in the mouth. So, excuse me. Digestion starts in the mouth, especially of carbohydrates, of sugars. So your saliva starts to break down the carbs in your mouth. So if we skip that part, then we end up with the carbs don't end up digested fully, and then there's more workload for the stomach, and then it doesn't get broken down well, and then they end up putrefying in your gut. So then you have, fermentation going on, which results in gas and bloating and things like that. So chewing food about 20 times at least, very, very important practice that you can start doing, and it can really change a lot. Can change the amount of food that you're eating. So when we're fully mindful, when we're enjoying the textures, the tastes with every mouthful, the food, we're getting more pleasure from the food, and then we don't tend to need so much of it. Also, it takes 20 minutes for the signal from your stomach to go to your brain to say that it's full. Now, if you're like eating in a rush, there's not time for that signal to be sent. So by the time you realize you're full, when you're eating so fast, is you've overeaten, right? And you're like, oh my God, I'm way too full. So, and who likes that feeling? So, taking the time with every mouthful to chew it 20, 30 times, to really enjoy everything without distractions, right? And focusing purely on the joy of eating, on that food. It can be, such such a enjoyable, wonderful experience that will nourish you, not just your body, but your mind and your soul as well. Using this time as a meditation practice as well. And also acknowledging where your food comes from. Like, look, here I have some rice. Like, there's farmers that grew this rice. There's a lot of water that went in it. There's a lot of work that went into bringing this whole meal together. And it's amazing when you think about it. There was sunshine, there was rain, there was the work of different farmers that went to grow these sweet potatoes and the carrots, and the people that prepared the tofu, and right? So there's like so much that went into this meal. And when we take the time to really acknowledge that and be truly grateful for it, we look at the food in front of us totally with a completely different perspective, a more fuller, a more richer perspective. And we're more mindful then in terms of like the food that we choose to put in our bodies. A great book that I absolutely love, it's all about mindful eating, is by, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Thich Nhat Hanh. He's considered the father of mindfulness, and it's How to Eat. I got this from a bookstore in Ireland when I was there. It reminds me, I stayed at some of my friends in Dublin when I was there, and one of my friends saw this and he's like, Sylvia, you need a book on how not to eat. But he has a lot of pieces of wisdom, so I want to read you something here. So there's a few bits actually. So eating is an art. Eating well is an art. It doesn't require fancy cooking, but it does require practice and concentration. Your body is not just yours. It is a gift and a responsibility. To keep it healthy, we need to know how to eat. And then there's a couple of more here. When you pick an ear of corn, take 1 second to look at it. You can see the earth, the sunshine, and the rain and the corn. Everything has come together to produce that corn you're holding. So the corn is an ambassador coming to nourish you. It only takes 1 or 2 seconds to get that insight. When you put the corn into your mouth, chew it mindfully and greet the universe. Isn't it beautiful? And the last bit is chew your food, not your worries. This is a great one because so many of us go to food to eat our emotions away, right? So emotional eating. I know sometimes when I'm stressed, for example, I maybe want something sweet or crunchy, right? When you eat crunchy things, it actually helps to release tension in your jaw. So that's why we crave like maybe chips, stuff like that, because it helps to release that tension. So now, when we develop a mindfulness towards the food that we're choosing and the reasons why we're eating it, it can really help with various food addictions, with various emotional eating, and with overeating, and just creating better habits and a better relationship with our food. So chew your food, not your worries. Sometimes we eat, but we aren't thinking of our food. We're thinking of the past or the future, or mulling over some worry or anxiety again and again. So stop thinking about your business, about the office, or about anything that isn't happening right now. Don't chew your worries, your fear, or your anger. If you chew your food, if you chew your planning and your anxiety, it's difficult to feel grateful for each piece of food. Just chew your food. So that's all I wanted to leave you with. A great tip as well to slow down eating is to take one mouthful and then put your fork down in between bites. And then don't put anything in your mouth till you have swallowed what's in your mouth. It's something I have to remind myself often, but the more you do it, the more it will become a habit. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that tonight. I'm just going to go finish my dinner. And yeah, I hope this helps. Bye.